Chapter 2: How can digital injuries lead to hate speech and hate crime? What is hate speech? The United Nations declares, under international human rights law, there is no universal definition of hate speech, as the concept is still widely disputed, especially in regards to its relation to freedom of opinion and expression, non-discrimination, and equality. With the aim to provide an unified framework for the UN system to address the issue globally, the United Nations Strategy and Plan of Action on Hate Speech defines hate speech as any kind of communication in speech, writing, or behavior that attacks or uses pejorative or discriminatory language with reference to a person or a group on the basis of who they are. In other words, based on their religion, ethnicity, nationality, race, color, descent, gender, or other identity factor. For this reason, this chapter will be focused according to the UN definition. Hate speech is a powerful threat against the protection of human rights, the cohesion of a society that promotes democratic values, rule of law. If hate speech is not addressed properly, it can evolve to several acts of conflict and violence on a wider scale. Characteristics. The characteristics of hate speech are similar than digital injuries. Could you find any differences? Massive communication. Decentralized communication. Social networks have a high multiplier potential. If they are not managed, they can be available for a long time. Their content can be available in different sites, forums, blogs, social networks, etc. Liberty of expressing under anonymous or fake identities. Available worldwide. Disinhibition effect. Common themes. While targeting different groups, hate speech authors have regularly the similar ideologies. Kids Help Phone describes the common themes found in their discourses. The other, they perceive the attacked group as different from the author's group. The glorious past, they have the idea that the past was so much better. They blame the attacked group the fall of the glorious past. Victimhood, when the author's group see themselves as victims from the other group. Examples. You will not have the same life as your father because now this group is stealing our jobs. Oh my poor kids. This couple is hugging in front of them. Be careful with this person. All persons from that country are thieves. Media and methods. Hate speech can be visible in different formats. Hate sites. Emails and personal messages. Chats. Games. Social networks, pages and groups. Videos. Music. Some of these methods are similar than in digital injuries. However, as hate speech is not normalized and can be censored, haters can take some prevention methods to avoid their banning. Hate sites, blogs, and online forums, the language is not aggressive and hate vocabulary can be avoided. Messages can be hidden. Some words can have little modifications to prevent its tracking. i.e. hate in GT, H4T3. Chats, posts or instant messages. Hate messages can be written using different codes, such as emoji. Emails and personal messages, they might be one of the hardest media to monitor, due to their private and protection measures. Personalized messages can attract more the attention of the reader than in other types of media. Therefore they are easy ways to spread the ideology and recruit members without any restrictions. Social networking, pages and groups. Although IT companies are spending a valuable effort in removing these messages, private groups and pages with private contacts are more difficult. If some of the above measures are applied, their banning can be challenging. It is also important to mention that the censored pages and groups in social media are easier to restore than other media, websites, forums, etc. Who are hate speech characters? Hate speech characters. Haters. Human. Haters are persons who promote hate, attacking in an obsessive way specific groups. They are firmly convinced about the truth of their affirmations and beliefs. They are able to enter into aggressive debates, however they are not capable of looking at their affirmations from other perspectives. They do not have poor affective empathy. They can manipulate others. They can be narcissist. Trolls. Human. They are persons who intentionally offend other people, start a conflict, create divisions, etc. Their goal is to incite an emotional response in others. They are not looking for debates, they only want to attack others. They are in constant need to look for attention. They can have low self-esteem. Bot. Computer. They are programs that are able to run accounts for sharing content without any human support. Some bots can be harmless, posting random pictures, etc. However, other bots are designed to boost hate speech. These bots can be programmed by trolls, haters, or even companies for obtaining specific benefits. Bots can participate in social media, in the comments section. With this, a specific hate speech post could pretend that has plenty of followers who agree with the statement. In this way, it is easier to manipulate the population and change their way of thinking. Lurkers. Human. They are people who are active on social media platforms but only in consuming information and scrolling through their content feeds. They do not participate directly, i.e., posting, commenting, etc. In hate speech, lurkers can support hate speech in a passive way, as they do not try to make any interventions. Cyborg. Computer plus human. Bots and humans work together for hate speech. Humans get into a bot account to answer other people in a more complex way that nowadays computers are not able to. In this way, it will be more difficult to identify that the account is programmed. Consequences. Over the past 75 years, hate speech has been a precursor to atrocity crimes, including genocide, from Rwanda to Bosnia to Cambodia. United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, June 2019. Some consequences in hate speech can be similar as digital injuries. Psychological damage. Erosion of dignity. Destroy reputation of persons and communities. Boost stereotypes, stigmatization and dehumanization of groups. Increase empathy. Destroy common values. Although digital injuries can lead to hate speech, this speech can cause harmful dangers. Radicalization. Hate speech groups tend to invite vulnerable people who mostly are feeling disconnected from the society, isolated, bullied, disillusioned, unpopular, etc. Youngsters can become an easy target of being radicalized as they can have higher expectations of belonging to a group. Youth, especially boys ages 12-17, are more likely to commit hate crimes and be recruited by hate groups, Kids Help Phone. Hate speech groups convince and manipulate little by little the new members' thoughts, converting them against other groups. After being radicalized, hate speech groups can make the new members do unimaginable things against others. Recruitment can be done through different channels, from emails to concerts. Hate crime. The FBI defines a hate crime as a criminal offense against a person or property motivated in whole or in part by an offender's bias against a race, religion, disability, sexual orientation, ethnicity, gender, or gender identity. Hate crimes can be committed by one person, groups, politicians, etc. Activity to work with young learners. Reviewing the history. Duration, 60 minutes. Ask your learners to choose one of the following topics and investigate how hate speech caused the following tragic events. The Holocaust. The 1994 genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. The Srebrenica genocide in Bosnia and Herzegovina. The Cambodian genocide. The Rohingya refugee crisis in Myanmar. The dilemma between freedom of speech and repression of hate speech. The Article 14 of the European Convention on Human Rights prohibits discrimination, stipulating that the enjoyment of the rights and freedoms set forth in the Convention shall be secured without discrimination on any ground such as sex, race, color, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, association with a national minority, property, birth or other status. Although freedom of expression can be controversial in different countries, the truth is that hate speech is a powerful weapon that can cause catastrophic events to innocent people. Publicity and free of expression are the basements of a society with democratic values. All of us have the same rights and should be treated equally. Therefore, although we are free to express ourselves, it is important to control ourselves before hurting others and violate their rights. It is important to provide a justified opinion when we do not agree with others. This opinion can be justified through scientific articles, official statistics, etc. The Code of Conduct on Countering Illegal Hate Speech Online. The European Union and its members have specific values which are the opposite to hate speech. The European Commission and IT companies, Facebook, Microsoft-hosted consumer services, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Google+, Snapchat, Dailymotion, GXvideo.com, TikTok have a collective responsibility to tackle illegal hate speech online. This includes preventing that these messages become viral. Some of the commitments from the IT companies included in this code of conduct are: provide rules or community guidelines regarding the prohibition of incitement to violence and hateful conduct. Educate and raise awareness with their users about the types of content not permitted. Review notifications on hate speech and remove or disable access to such content in less than 24 hours. Train their staff on current societal developments. Share best practices among them. The Code of Conduct results. Periodically, the Code of Conduct's commitments are being addressed, issuing the last sixth evaluation of the Code of Conduct with important figures for making some conclusions from the European Commission. IT companies assessed 81% of the notifications in less than 24 hours, which is lower than the 2020's average of 94%. IT companies gave feedback to 63% of the notifications received, which is lower than during the previous monitoring exercise, 67.1%. In this monitoring exercise, sexual orientation is the most commonly reported ground of hate speech, 18.2%, followed by xenophobia, 18%, and anti-Gypsyism, 12.5%. YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram provide some information about the measures taken to counter hate speech. YouTube removed between January and March 2021 more than 85,000 videos, and over 43.6 million comments that violated their hate speech policies. 76% were removed before they had 10 views. TikTok. In the first quarter of 2021, TikTok deleted 62 million videos. 2% were for violating their hateful policies. 67% of hateful behavior was removed before being notified. 84% were removed in less than 24 hours of being posted. Twitter. Number of accounts under Twitter's hateful conduct policy. Accounts actioned, 635.415. Accounts suspended, 127.954. Content removed, 955.212. Facebook. Facebook took action on 31.5 million pieces of hate speech content. 97.6% was proactively detected before it was reported. 1.4 million pieces of content were appealed. Facebook restored 88.1K of those pieces. Instagram took action on 9.8 million pieces of hate speech content. 95.1% was proactively detected before it was reported. Reflection time. What do you think about our society when you see the high number of content deleted? Do artificial intelligence play a relevant role in counteracting hate speech? Should artificial intelligence be always implemented with the human help? What else can be implemented by social platforms to tackle hate speech? Which platform erased more hate speech content? Why do you think haters use more this platform? Why do you think TikTok erased more videos than YouTube? Activity. Hate speech during the first months of the COVID-19 pandemic. During the COVID-19 pandemic, we witnessed several posts on the internet, in which hate speech was increased towards specific groups, Chinese, etc. Tasks. Recopilate 3 posts about hate speech related to COVID. Recopilate 3 posts news about hate crime related to COVID. Do some reflections on the following questions. Who is causing the problem? Why is it a problem and why is it significant? Who does this problem affect? How do you think the attacked group feels about the issue? Was it easy to find these posts? What conclusions can you get from the society? During the pandemic, when these messages were more visible, did you make something to make this stop? Were you a lurker? How can we improve this as a society? Test. 1. Is there a specific definition of hate speech? There is no universal definition of hate speech, as the concept is still widely disputed. Yes. Yes, the definition from the European Commission. Yes, the definition from the United Nations. Correct answer, A. 2. One of the common themes found in hate speech groups is the glorious past, respect others, EU values, accept the other's opinions. Correct answer, A. 3. One prevention method used by haters to avoid banning is use hate messages, hidden messages, use bad words, write their real profile. Correct answer, B. 4. One characteristic of lurkers is they are people who are active on social media platforms but only in consuming information and scrolling through their content feeds. They do not participate directly, i.e., posting, commenting, etc. They are programs that are able to run accounts for sharing content without any human support. They are persons who intentionally offend other people, start a conflict, create divisions, etc. Bots and humans work together for hate speech. Correct answer, A. 5. One characteristic of trolls is they are people who are active on social media platforms but only in consuming information and scrolling through their content feeds. They do not participate directly, i.e., posting, commenting, etc. They are programs that are able to run accounts for sharing content without any human support. They are persons who intentionally offend other people, start a conflict, create divisions, etc. Bots and humans work together for hate speech. Correct answer, B. 6. One characteristic of cyborgs is they are people who are active on social media platforms but only in consuming information and scrolling through their content feeds. They do not participate directly, i.e., posting, commenting, etc. They are programs that are able to run accounts for sharing content without any human support. They are persons who intentionally offend other people, start a conflict, create divisions, etc. Bots and humans work together for hate speech. Correct answer, D. 7. One consequence of hate speech is facilitates radicalization, creates a lovely community, boost tolerance, boost unity in the society. Correct answer, A. 8. When you are a victim of hate speech, one of the things that you should avoid is keep calm, record all evidence, answer violently as soon as possible, look for support. Correct answer, C. 9. Which one of the following statements is not a commitment of the Code of Conduct on countering illegal hate speech online? Provide rules or community guidelines regarding the prohibition of incitement to violence and hateful conduct. Educate and raise awareness with their users about the types of content not permitted. Review notifications on hate speech and remove or disable access to such content in less than 24 hours. Review notifications on hate speech and remove or disable access to such content in less than 48 hours. Correct answer. 10. An example of hate crime is digital injuries, hate speech, the Cambodian genocide, propaganda. Correct answer, C.